Besties, you know what time it is. Time for yet another book review. I'm so sad. The Rose Hill series is finally over. I bought this book on release day, September 9th, and I finished it today, September 11th. Words can't describe how much I'm going to miss this series. Elsie Silver is like one of my favorite authors. She's an auto by author for me, as you know. This is the fourth and final book in the Rose Hill series, and it has been a journey. I absolutely loved her Chestnut Spring series. That is my top series by her. I haven't yet read her Gold Rush Run series. I definitely need to read that. And now I'm finished with her Rose Hill series, and it was so sweet. So the series is about single dads, and you know I love a good single dad trope, a good age gap trope. So anyway, finally finished Wildcard by Elsie Silver. I rated this one a 4.5 stars, and I will tell you why later. But I was super close to rating it a 5 star. This is about Bash and Gwen. Yeah, so Bash is a firefighter. He's a firefighter pilot. So, you know, he flies a plane, puts out the flames, and Gwen is a yoga instructor, and she just happens to be his son's ex girlfriend. Which there is such a good explanation for it. I was kind of wondering how that would work, but Elsie wrote it in such a great way. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but you eventually get to see how it makes sense because you just get to see it. I don't want to spoil it for you. So anyway, so something happens. Gwen and Bash ends up meeting for the first time in an airport. They end up having to spend the night in the airport, and it's basically like instant attraction and chemistry. Yeah, so they spend that night. So, you know, fast forward years later, he finds out that Gwen is dating his son. So I'll just leave that there. Yeah, so I don't know. Eventually you get to see how they end up back in each other's lives. And it's just basically like the universe pushing them together. And yeah, pushing them together because they're truly meant to be. And their story is so cute. I love the storyline in this book. I really just didn't like how much it kind of focused on his son Trip. It also was a very, very slow burn. Like you don't get to the spicy scenes until way later on in this book. Expect that I was just like, come on, Bash. Like you know how you feel about her. Just tell her, and then let's just go on this journey of being in love. Like you know, you guys both felt that spark. So let's just not play any games. And then yeah, there's the spicy scenes are really good. I love this scene. I'll just say my favorite scene in here is the one in the airplane. Loved that scene, and the tension between them was so crazy in this book. Oh my gosh, they're kind of oh, I don't want to spoil it, but there's a scene when she ends up going to his room. I'll just leave that there. But yeah, that was really a really good scene. But anyway, yeah, it was a great read. Clyde is also mentioned in this book, which Clyde is Bash's friend. He's mentioned in the other books. He's a conspiracy theorist, and he's just so funny. He's so funny. I love him. He says the wildest things, and honestly, if it wasn't for him, I don't think they would have gotten. Well, he gave them the push they deserve. Let's just say that. So yeah, he was very funny in there. Also loved the part about where they talked about Mary Jane, and love that all three of them hung out together talking about Mary Jane. I'll just say that. I love that part. You know, that's my favorite part. I can vouch for Mary Jane. Love her. But yeah, so a very, very good book. 4.5 stars, just because I feel like it should have been less about Trip. Like they knew they felt a spark, so Bash should have done something from the very beginning. And I feel like, yeah, let's he did basically leave it all up to Gwen, which was like crazy. He should have took the lead on that. Loved it. I loved it. What else didn't I like? Oh, the ending. I really wanted more of an ending. Like I wanted to see. I feel like this book should have probably been like 530 something pages. I wanted to see more of how their story wrapped up. I wanted to see how their life got to you know, how their life is together after all the struggles they overcame. I wanted to see more of just them hanging out, them going on dates and, stuff like that. So I feel like it's such a bummer because yeah, I wanted that. And then I also wanted like more of the other characters joining in at the end, like, and having them all put their 2 cents in. Wanted that as well. But overall, I do rate it 4.5 stars. It was a good book. It's a good storyline. I now love the ex-boyfriend's dad trope. So if you have any other recs with ex-boyfriend's dad, please let me know below. I haven't picked up this book. I definitely recommend it. They're all interconnected standalones, but I do always recommend starting with the first book in the series just so you're not thrown off and you get to get familiar with the characters. But yeah, Bash was really nice. He's a great guy. He's a catch, I have to say, aside from him, being slow to take action. Gwen, love her. I love the fact that Bash emphasizes how much he loves her body because she was very insecure about that. And her relationship with her dad, I found it very relatable. So yeah, it was good. It was good. So yeah, Gwen, love her. She's such a badass. She knows what she wants. And I love that she takes initiative. And yeah, I just love how bubbly she is. She sees the bright side of things and she just loves hard. Wait, and I forgot to talk about the character art inside. How cute is that? Oh, they are so cute. I love that Gwen was, not your typical FMC. She was a little bit more curvy, and yeah, I love that. I love that. I just love them so much. They're very cute together. Besties, I also forgot to mention that I immersive read this book, and it was really great. I love the fact that I chose to do that because it was definitely necessary. The voice of the narrator of Bash, insane, and also the voice of Gwen was very good. It wasn't a duet, but I loved it, and it made the spicy scenes so much better coming from his voice, the narrator's voice. I guess I'll find his name and then I'll put it above. I'm pretty sure I've heard him before because he sounds familiar. Anyway, definitely recommend listening to the audiobook as well. Girl, you will not regret it. Trust me. And that's a wrap for the Rose Hill Ranch series.